pushed out into the harsh world. You are alone, but for a few allies.
Must be cursed. Daft old man. This is some shit. Back to that city. What would we have done in the old days? All sharp metal and shadows, we'd say. The Duke's probably not back from Dunwall yet. If we're lucky, the Howlers will be distracted by some score they're working.
All right, you've explained part of it. What were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaca, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn you.
There were reports about tensions rising. Corruption, street violence. It's the sort of thing that happens, and usually the local authorities resolve it.
The new Duke has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Addermeyer was the solarium years ago. I'll get inside and eliminate the Crown Killer. Maybe the alchemist will cooperate, maybe she won't. Either way, I'll try to figure out what happened to Sokolov, too.
I would say good luck, but I don't think you want my luck. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
Mortimer Ramsey, the entitled son of entitled parents. The Duke's coup relied on a weasel like you. Before I leave Serkonos, Duke Luca Abel and I are going to meet face to face, and he'll pay for all this. Delilah's powerful. How is it possible I haven't crossed her path in all these years? Addermeyer Institute's been there for a long time. But Hypatia wasn't around when I lived in Karnaca. As assassins go, the Crown Killer was messy, vulgar. The Duke wanted people afraid. Sokolov always seemed ageless. Not now. With that watchtower, the only way to get to Addermeyer is through the carriage station. Sokolov's style. It's Delilah. If he isn't tinkering or painting, Sokolov's chasing life. Or used to. I miss listening to old Anton Sokolov and his travel stories. He even explored Pandyssia.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Crystal years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
Dunwall seems so far away. I'll come back soon, Emily. I promise. Mortimer Ramsey, the entitled son of entitled parents. The Duke's coup relied on a weasel like you. With that watchtower, the only way to get to Addermeyer is through the carriage station. I miss listening to old Anton Sokolov and his travel stories. He even explored Pandysia.
I have something that you and Corvo must hear. The first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Crystal years ago, I swore I'd never again take
Sokolov's style. It's Delilah. Addermeyer Institute's been there for a long time, but Hypatia wasn't around when I lived in Karnaca. Delilah's powerful. How is it possible I haven't crossed her path in all these years? As assassins go, the Crown Killer was messy, vulgar. The Duke wanted people afraid. Before I leave Serkonos, Duke Luca Abel and I are going to meet face to face, and he'll pay for all this. Dunwall seems so far away. I'll come back soon, Emily. I promise.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Ready. The old city must have changed a lot.
Off we go then.
One more time, old friend.
I'd take you to Addermeyer by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkonos spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, He started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
I remember the old Duke Theodanis. He was a good man.
Watch yourself on the way to Admire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I can take care of myself.
This is a good spot. Reach Admire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Addermire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
The powerful have been putting the screws to the underclass in Karnaca for years now. And the Grand Guard makes up new laws on the spot. You don't know me, but you can trust me. I remember your name from the days of the Rat Plague. I've been through a lot too, but I have to say, it's sad about the old Empress.
Wish I had some rum. Heard they're laying workers off at the whaling slaughterhouse.
That's Addermire in the distance.
Maybe a little more. Damn, the light is amazing, but I'm going sunblind. The way the ocean shimmers.
Ship at a discount. Then we all split the take.
Just don't forget about me.
I'll get the scars tomorrow. Wanna buy one? You saving me? Let's see what you've got. Careful!
My parents were from Tivia, but I was born right here.
So where's the cargo?
I don't see any signs of Farrell. He seems to be late.
Or maybe we're early.
He should be here, with the Red Shark. This is unacceptable. I have a very tight schedule.
Don't worry, you'll make it eventually. If not today, then tomorrow.
Is that a joke? Santiago Fisheries have a reputation to maintain. We have clients all over the Isles. Do I need to remind you that fish is a delicate cargo? We can't afford any delays.
Well, it's fermented red shark, which is a nice way of saying it's fish that's already gone bad.
You can just tell your clients that here in Karnaca, we like it very fermented.
Unacceptable. Farrell is going to pay for this. More shops closing. This week, my favorite bakery, gone.
You know that was supposed to go to us. What are we supposed to do now? We're out of money.
Give him a chance to tell us I'm sorry, every now and then one of those Grand Guard bastards pulls a stunt like that. It's getting worse. But I might be able to help you out.
We're listening.
There's a stack of goods that no one's claimed in one of the holding warehouses. I happen to know that no one's going to claim it ever, because it was dropped from a boat, loading up for Freightport. It's good stuff. Spices and dried fish. Maybe worth more than what you lost. That's a good deal, Maya.
Oh, thank you, Ramus.
All right. It's still not fair than just taking what was ours, but we appreciate what you're offering. If it's like you say, and we can find buyers, then it'll get us through the next month.
Good, good. Look, I wish I could have stopped him. Just meet me here again tomorrow, okay? Same time.
We'll be here.
Manual. Halfway up, a cable broke and we lost 11 workers. They never even made it into the mine. Those cables weren't made to carry so many people.
Pack enough of them in, even kids, and it adds up. After that, the sickness spreads through the crew bunkhouses. That woman from Addermeyer, Alexandria Hypatia, she used to treat the workers, but she doesn't come around anymore. So what all this means is that we need more workers.
First one to admit
There
when
are
I'm
always
scared.
people coming to
There.
Circonis looking for a better
See?
life.
I said it. I'm scared.
We'll get them into the mines.
Something's up.
If I have to club them over the head myself.
Just make it through this shift, and I can go and have a
Fellow Circonans, in the Duke's absence, I have the following
You in?
New restrictions are now in place due to the political assassinations conducted in the name of the former Empress, Emily Caldwin, and carried out by the
they say.
former royal
Not safe,
protector,
they say.
Corvo Atano.
I got
The
news for
Grand
them.
Circonan Guard
It ain't
will
never
be
safe for
stopping
the likes
and
of me.
questioning all foreigners and new workers on the streets of Karnaca.
I bet my last coin's gonna
Compliance
be
is
Brian
mandatory.
Hagfish again.
Hard times under the Duke and his Grand Guard. A man has to be ready for anything.
Hey there. What have you got for me? Oh, you're kind. Thank you. If you want to get past that wall of light, I've heard people sneaking through this blood-fly-infested apartment. Going through there will get you to the other side of that Grand Guard checkpoint. Want to know why people are leaving Karnaca? Because the city is not safe to live in, and let's hope you never need help.
Come here. I have something that might interest you. My name's Mindy Blanchard, and that mask tells me you're someone who goes into places where you don't belong. Want to help me with something? You scratch my ass, I'll scratch yours.
I need to get to Addermeyer Institute. Can you help?
Yeah, I know how to do that. You go get a body for me, and I'll help you with your problem. Don't worry, he's already dead.
You want me to bring you a corpse? What's the story there?
The overseers are holding him at their outpost. They think he was a kind of a witch. I want the body for reasons of my own. Sneak in and take it, then meet me in the old basement below the dentist office near there.
I'll consider it.
There's a basement nobody uses. It's below the dentist office, on the corner just down from the overseer outpost. Bring the body there.
Enjoy the air here. I, for one, ain't selling fermented shark. A new customer, with coin, I bet. Ah, you want blueprints for better weaponry. You won't regret it. Come back soon. I mean, if I'm still here.
Fellow Sir Conan, let us rejoice with the crowning of our new Empress Delilah Baldwin I, and the imminent arrival of his great... Royal consort to the Empress. For 3 days following the Duke's return to Karnaca, all official government activity will be put on hold as the Duke recovers from his travels, and additional tariffs will be levied against foot traffic near the Grand Palace.
Are we gonna let a few blood flies stop us?
I'm in.
Just remember to move slowly, and don't get too close to the nests.
We don't even know if the people inside had any money. We just know they're dead, and the place is infested with bloodflies.
Carl, going through there puts us on the other side of the wall of light.
If you want out of the city as bad as I do...
It's infested, all right. We used to throw rocks at these nests when I was young. Just go slow and mind the distance. Easy.
Get inside.
Damn it, Carl.
All right. Don't turn on each other. We'll find another way to make the coin. And another way to get past the wall of light.
Somewhere an old woman is beating a servant. He is but a boy. The beating will leave him blind. He was late with the tea.
I'm a wanted man again. Welcome home.
Miserable rat. I told you what would happen if you reported me. I warned you.
Please, you gave me no choice.
Please? It's too late for that, Rapallo. Guess what happens next?
No!
This is how we get rid of snitches. Remember, if anyone asks, he just ran through it. Yeah.
We couldn't stop him.
Is the windmill turning all right up there?
Move along. We're conducting a search for heretical artifacts.
Don't worry, it's turned.
What?
Plenty of electricity.
Listen, I only need
This
to...
area is restricted on the authority of the Abbey. No one is allowed inside.
Run dry.
Nothing with something. Happens to the windmill. We break down just as often in a different way. And I also overcharge sometimes.
The wind picks up too strong? Like in a storm?
Right. And if that happens, trust me, don't stand too close to the wall.
It was coming from here. Let's see. I wonder who that was.
Outsider.
Hello?
Karnaca was a lovely city once, before the Duke began choking the life out of the place, before the Crown Killer started painting the walls red. Now you're here, and I have to wonder whether you're gonna give it that final nudge, or pull it back from the edge. We've both seen cities go bad before. Vermin, blood, and betrayal. It's happening again. I hope you're ready.
friend of mine got killed by bloodflies, so I take them real serious. Last week, one of the glassblowers got murdered by the Howlers. No one is safe.
Anarchy will befall this city. A chaos not seen since the time of the Great Burning. Karnaca has but one chance to save itself, and that is to return to the fold. To take solace once again in the litany on the White Cliff. There is a tale, a decade and a half old. A tale most often shared from overseer to overseer, apart from the flocks entrusted to our care. Apart from those we give our lives to both chastise and protect. Sometimes, this tale is told within our mightiest enclaves, and sometimes it is told around campfires during our most remote pilgrimages. It is the sorry story of a man, most high within the Abbey, who was banished during the Rat Plague. His name may not be spoken, and all written record of his existence has been erased, so grave were his errors. To fall from the pinnacle of discipline to the muddiest ditch of disgrace, that is his tale. To once wear the cloth of the high overseer, and to later bear the heretic's brand across the flesh of his face. How did this come to pass, brothers and sisters? Look to the 7 strictures, and you will know. A young girl came to me on the 14th day of the month of harvest. I will never forget her words. She looked up at me and asked what shrines to the outsider could be found across the Isles. She affected a look of innocence, but beneath it I saw guile. My suspicions arose at once, and I questioned her sharply, until she confessed to playing alone in an empty woodcarver's shop at the edge of town. Each day for a week, she crept back to that place, and there in the cellar she found cloth of purple and red, suspended from the walls, and a wretched altar of candles burned low. Some small trinkets of bone, and a few coins left by those within the outsider's wicked cabal. Those cursed figures who hunch and shamble just outside the lights of our city, whose faces we do not recognize, and whose voices are strange to us. The girl was taken from her home the next night, locked in a cage of iron and toppled into the canal. Her corruption was eradicated for the safety of all those who lived around her, all of you. We harden ourselves to the cries of the apostate, to the heretic, and in doing so, we save countless others from the horrible discord that awaits them beyond death. I say this now to all the faithful in our society. Your allegiance should be first and most fiercely to your family, to your neighbors, and to the Abbey of the Everyman. Princes and queens rise and fall, but a succession of overseers will watch you for the entirety of your lifetime, shielding you from the outer horrors of the void and from the spoiled touch of the outsider himself. Hold closest to the 7 strictures. If it is true that a witch now sits on the throne in Dunwall, and that the Duke of Circinus is in her thrall, as is whispered in parlors and alehouses across the Empire, do not doubt. We will verify this claim, and we will act. Smoke will billow. Fire will lift Dunwall Tower, and at the end of it all, the Abbey...
Sometimes I wonder if it wouldn't be better to craft the music boxes at each enclave. Here in the city, for instance. Instead, they're made in a few locations, kept from us, and shipped out. It seems dangerous.
Far worse to have the knowledge and construction materials scattered across the Isles. The metals used to make the devices are unusually rare. The techniques, if applied by anyone but the most faithful, resolute overseers, would border on heresy.
I suppose you're correct. It grieves me to imagine what cultists might accomplish if they took the music boxes and perverted them to their own ends.
Exactly, brother. Much better to protect such a powerful tool. Assemble them in secret and dispatch them across the Empire where they're needed in the fight against the supernatural.
To take solace once again in the litany on the White Cliff. Set a table for your family that will keep them safe. Lay out a meal that would cause you no shame should your neighbor come to sup with you. The Abbey will not allow the shadows of the void to fall upon you. We will brandish the light or the flame as we must to keep our charges from everlasting pain and suffering, to prevent even one. Well lived, in keeping with the 7 strictures, is the end of existence, the peace of non-being. Only those who turn from the 7 strictures return in the void, the dark, that star, and the cold lifeless ocean that surrounds us all and threatens to devour the earth and
My mother was so devout, the strictures gave her comfort.
The Wanderer into your... Wander are untethered by family and neighbors for reasons tested and true. It is oft because they have turned their backs on tradition and on the seven strictures themselves. A wanderer is a friend to the outsider. Never doubt that. A young girl came to me on the 14th day of the month of harvest. I will never forget her words. She looked up at me and asked what shrines to the outsider could be found across the Isles. She affected a look of innocence, but beneath it I saw guile. My suspicions arose.
This heretic's body is important, even though I don't fully understand the situation. We'll wait for the Vice Overseer.
When should Byrne arrive?
He's engaged currently. He'll send someone else, maybe Overseer Kendana. Until then, we stay where we are.
Will the heretic's corpse attract blood flies, brother?
No, I've dusted it already. We should be fine here for now. But mark me, anyone who shows up... There are no coincidences in Karnaca.
That's it. The body Mindy sent me after. The carriage rails are electrified.
Come on. Hurry up. Hey, you got him. Put it down in the hole. Good job. Take this.
You said you had a trick for getting closer to Adamire.
I just sent one of my boys to turn off the power to the carriage rails. When the juice is off, you can walk along the rails and get where you need to go. On the other side, there's a station that will take you to Adamire.
All right, then. This is goodbye.
So now you've been paid, hit the road.
Not this time.
I think I've spotted someone suspicious.
Let her go.
Ace Wolf! Hey!
No!
Huh? Stop!
say Emily was born to wear a crown. Say Emily was born to wear a crown on her head. But all the life, something wanted.
I can't really tell you right now, but stick around eventually. You'll find out.
Nah, I don't think so.
If only truth and justice could really be weighed on scales.
That sounds lovely.
Life was not easy.
Let's ask the land agent to re-inspect the riverside drains.
So mysterious with your face covered.
Trees and packs had little success. And
Get the cigars to me. One by one.
Marvelous. I'm game if you are.
You lost that? No. I'm
Your
thinking
face
of
is
having
covered.
a picnic
You worried
soon
someone might
on the
recognize you?
back lawn. Sure. We should talk to the magistrate, see if she can help.
what is it to you?
Addermire Station. This should take me out to the Institute. Every coin I pick up brings me closer to making things right again. Now the power's down.
I told Miss Lucia Pastor that they wouldn't let us take the carriage. Adamire is closed to the public.
We'll have to try again. We have to see Dr. Hypatia.
Think you're being quiet?
The Adamire Institute is my best chance of tracking down the Crown Killer. Alexandria Hypatia turned an old solarium into a center for medicinal knowledge that's famous throughout the Isles. She's an alchemist, brilliant and dedicated to helping the miners in Karnaca and their families. If anyone knows what happened to Sokolov and where this all leads, she will.
Lieutenant Mikos, report to the duty officer as soon as you've finished your current patrol.